Hey, this is Prometheus giving you the third installment of the Giants playbook breakdown. We're going to take a look at the final formation. It's going to be out of the gun, and it's going to be the Giants trips. Now, there's a couple different variations of this. You got the wide trips open. You also have wide trips weak. But I want to go ahead and utilize the Giants trips primarily because of one of the audibles, which is the verticals, which comes with a standard in route by the running back, which is not a delayed route. So I get a little bit more certainty with that. Now we're going to take a look at the following plays. We have a couple of run plays and maybe hit someone with a slip screen, but I want to go ahead and take a look at just basically 3 passing plays that you can utilize in this game. All right, so for our audibles, we have a halfback base, which is good to do. We also have a play action wide receiver in. The other audibles that we have in this set are going to be 4 verticals, and if you notice this 4 verticals, the running back route is yellow, and it's not a delayed route, it's not blue. And what's good about that is that you have more consistency with it. You know your running back is going to get in the outside. You also have stick as a base, as one of my other audibles too, where I can attack my opponent on the right side. The play I'm going to come out of this particular formation is going to be corner strike, and I'm going to show you a very fast setup. It's only one setup to actually go ahead and make your read. All right, so basically corner strike, you've got a C route in the backside with your number 1 wide receiver. In this particular formation, I decided to go ahead and put my tight end in the slot just so I give 11 package look to my opponent. I'm going to take my tight end and put him on a slant route. That gives me levels concepts off the left. And my first progression is going to be Jennings going into the flat. If the flat is available, I'm going to go ahead and hit that. If it's man coverage and I don't have a lot of immediate pressure coming to me, I'm going to look for Beckham on the backside of the route with the C route. Then I'll look at Donnell going over the middle, and then finally Shepard. It will be the levels on the back side of it. Now, if nobody comes into the flat, I'm going to go ahead and take that. Actually, as you can see right there, the man was coming across the formation to go ahead and attack him. So this is random coverages, so it's going to basically kind of give you an idea on what I can attack. But I'll take that flat. I'll force my opponent to defend against that. So now I've got kind of a press look kind of underneath here, and I will go ahead and hit the crossing route over the middle if that's available to me, especially if someone comes down into the flat. So once again, same kind of a look here. And this dig route is actually going to get into a unique little area, and you can get your opponent, if he starts trying to defend against the left side, you've got the dig route that you can hit. Now finally, you've got the C route. This is actually one of the deadlier routes in the game, and that's actually just another way to go ahead and attack your opponent. So your progressions are going to be from left to right, flat immediately. You've got the C route. If it's one-on-one coverage, you know that defender is going to get blown away, especially if you don't have any pressure, but you also have the check downs with the slant going over the middle, and then you have the deep dig. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next audible, which essentially would be stick, and this is going to be attacking your opponent off the left-hand side. What we're going to do is we're going to essentially look at the defender that's in between the slot wide receiver, your number 3 receiver, and your tight end, or your number 4 wide receiver, and make a progression from there. Now you could take a shot up top with your outside wide receiver number 2, and then you've got a crossing route with Beckham. So my progression is going to be the first receiver going to be the slot. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can hit him. If not, I'm going to go ahead and look at the tight end, then to make a progression up and then a crossover. So right now I'm always going to take that out route. I'm going to force my opponent to defend against that. Same kind of look. It got press coverage, so this is probably man. And against man, the tight end should get wide open. Drop ball right there, but you can see that's actually a fast, easy read. Once again, switched into stick. And sometimes you can do a down pass lead to the tight end because it's a stick route right there. So that's actually kind of a nice read. Let's see if I can get a shot up top. No, actually going to go ahead and take the out route, but the defender actually came down a bit on that. So really the right read would have been taking a shot up top. And I've got a deep slant on a blitz right there. And when you got a great wide receiver like Beckham Jr., you can take that house. And if your opponent's doing a lot of pressure up top, you can go ahead and take a shot up top like that. Occasionally, if your opponent's coming down and pressing, you might be able to get him a little bit off his game. and get yourself a nice aggressive catch for a nice touchdown or a 40-yard gain. So that's what's good about taking a shot with that stick route. So the next place we're going to take a look at is going to be 4 verticals. And there's a couple ways you can run it. If you want to go ahead and try to attack your opponent on the outside, you can do a quick outs. You also can go ahead and do drag. I don't recommend doing a drag because essentially you're going to put 2 guys in the same area. So if the coverage is off, you might want to do a quick out, but really the read is going to be this running back route because he should basically get a free release underneath. So you got off coverage right here. Defender doesn't fall in the area. You can force him to go ahead and tack the outside with a little out route. And you also have got the crossing. So verticals has been a play that's been utilized and abused in this game. And it's a really easy scheme that you can throw against your opponent. Another thing you can do too is you can go ahead and take this guy and put him on a drag route just to give you another look underneath. So verticals has been a play that actually has been used and abused by a lot of players, and what you can do too is you can actually go ahead and take your slot receiver and put him on a drag too, giving you another fast, easy progression or read against your opponent, maybe pull another defender out of the area. So it's just a very good play, especially if you go ahead and try to utilize it correctly. So that's one of the things, is just making adjustments, forcing your opponents to go ahead and read. And that's what I like about this particular verticals, is that you do know that your running back is going to be going out in motion. He's going to be going out into routes. And this is really going to force your opponent to go ahead and stop certain things. So let's see if we can get that nice little catch right there by the tight end, because the drag routes pulled the defenders down. Now the final play we're going to take a look at is going to be the play action dig. This is good because essentially you've got a dig route on the backside, and you also have a nice man-beating post route on the other side too, which is good if you got time, if your opponent's running like a lot of cover 2 against you, cover 2 man. So progressions is just go ahead and take a look at the flat, see if that's available. You can go check down to that, take the easy yards, force your opponent to defend the flats. You can leave the running back in the block if you want to. That just gives you another progression. You've also got this dig route that you actually can hit after the defenders actually come down against that crossing route. So that's what's really cool about this particular play. Another thing you can do too is you can go ahead and take your reads and put them on the right side with a flat route, and this just gives you just another way you can attack your opponent into the flat. But I recommend just go ahead and just staying with the way the play is set up. You also have got that deep dig route, which is really good against man coverage, especially if your opponent is not using, he's not sending a lot of blockers. Man coverage is going to basically get the inside position like this. No, maybe not. I forced that ball in there, but you can kind of see how the scheme works. If you've actually watched any other people that actually post a lot of their schemes on YouTube, you know that actually it is a good man beater out there. So this is actually a fairly simple scheme to go ahead and run. Forcing that ball in there right there. This is a fairly simple scheme to run, and it's something that you can use to hurry up. You can attack both sides of the field. You can attack the flats, inside the seams. You're going to be able to get your opponent in different areas of the field, basically covering all areas of the field against them. So I'll be rolling this out in full scheme breakdown, so you can see me using it against live opponents, just so you can see how these plays, how opponents adjust to these plays, and see if I actually have any kind of tendencies and how you mix things up. So to my subscribers, I really appreciate the support. If you want to go ahead and see the live game play breakdowns, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. You'll be seeing those shortly within the next few days. So thanks a lot for your support, and until next time.